So I know a lot of you that watch this channel are students, maybe you're considering going into a program like computer science, and you've probably had the thought to yourself, do I want to do a computer science degree? Maybe you're in one, you're considering dropping out. And from my experience here, I did drop out of a computer science degree about a year and a half ago, and I wanted to share with you now that it's been that long, if I regret that decision, kind of how I came to that point, and give you a little bit of a story of what was going on in my life at that point when I did decide to drop out of school. So for a bit of context, I completed 2.5 years of a computer science degree. This would have been 5 full semesters. I was in my 3rd year, and had I continued my degree, it was a 4-year degree, I would have finished right about now. So I would have, had my degree probably in the next 2 weeks, assuming I passed my final exams. So what I want to do is bring you all the way back to high school to start, kind of work our way up to when I decided to make that decision, and talk to you about the different factors that led to that and why I did decide to drop out, as well as if I regret that. So going back to high school, in grade 11, 12 is kind of when I figured out that I did want to do computer science. I knew a little bit before that, but I had officially made the decision, yes, I want to go to school for computer science. Before that, I was contemplating between something like computer engineering or like, aerospace engineering, or all of those other kind of interesting fields to me, at least at the time. So I did go to school for computer science. And back then, the general perspective and kind of consensus in my community and among my friends and parents and all of that was that the only real path to go was university, right? There wasn't really that much success, at least being portrayed to me, from people that didn't go to university. And it was kind of ingrained into my brain at a pretty early age that your path is to go to university, right? If you go to college or you go to, and by the way, in Canada, college is kind of like a slightly lower tier program than university. I don't like saying it that way because college can be great, but that's at least the way it was considered. Anyways, back then, everyone was saying, go to university, go get your degree. It's the only way you're going to be successful. Everyone that didn't go to university was kind of looked down upon a little bit. And obviously, that was a very wrong perspective that I'll get to, but that's what was in my head. So I did go into a computer science degree. No regrets going into that initially. I was learning a lot in the program. And this is right about when my YouTube channel started to kind of grow. So this is first year of university, and I'm in computer science. I have a YouTube channel with probably about 5,000 subscribers. And I'm starting to kind of grow this channel and build everything up. So I'm not really making much money from it, maybe a few $100s a month. And at that point in time, there's no doubt in my mind, I'm finishing this degree, I'm getting the computer science degree. I had no idea that I would be here today filming what I'm going to be filming. That was never at all in my brain. So, about a year goes by, I continue growing this YouTube channel. While I'm in my computer science degree, it's definitely a significant amount of work. I'm waking up really early to film YouTube videos before it's too loud in my res room. I'm getting all my schoolwork done. I'm doing quite well, but I'm working a lot. I'm probably working 8-10 hours a day, every day, including the weekends, occasionally taking some time off. And now we get into kind of second year university. Now, as I get into second year university, the channel is really starting to take off. I probably have about 40,000 subscribers, 50,000 subscribers heading in there. And throughout that second year of university, I grew the channel to over 200,000 subscribers. So now I'm at a point where I can actually seriously see, real income coming from this channel. I can see the potential of it. And this is also when I get a job at Microsoft as a software engineering intern. So now I'm kind of at the point where I'm starting to achieve a lot of the stuff that I only really had thought would be possible by having a degree. I'm seen as decently qualified when it comes to computing. I have this resume online, which is my YouTube channel. I'm able to secure the job at Microsoft, and I'm starting to have, some career success, you would say, doing this. So anyways, we continue. I now go into third year of university. At this point in time, I'm making, to put it frankly, boatloads of money compared to what I would make as a regular software engineer. I have all these opportunities. I start working at Algo Expert, start building out Programming Expert, best platform to learn how to code. Check that out from the link in the description, programmingexpert.io. And I'm seriously doing a lot of work now on kind of my business and my YouTube channel, all these other freelance stuff that I'm doing. And it's becoming really difficult to balance school and all of this stuff. And I'm starting to realize that I just cannot sustainably work the way that I'm working, and I can't continue to grow this channel and this business to the point I want to bring it if I'm going to be in school. And this YouTube channel at this point is like pretty much my life, right? This is what I've been working for multiple years. This is making money. It's, pretty much my job that I'm doing full time while I'm in school. And I've been doing this for so long, and it's just really I'm really starting to get tired of doing both of these things when school isn't really providing any value back to me, but the YouTube channel on the other side is providing a ton. So it comes to the middle of the year, right? I'm, 2.5 semesters in, and that's kind of when I started hitting my breaking point and start seriously contemplating dropping out of school. Now, as I was saying at the beginning of the video, the two perspectives that I kind of have here is that, one, why would I drop out when I've already done 2.5 years? I only have a year and a half left to finish. It just kind of seems like a lot of wasted time and money. And it's always nice to have a degree, right? It's a really good safety net. You can't really go wrong by having one. It does provide some opportunity. But at the same time, I'm looking at this other perspective. I'm saying anything that a degree would have given me, I kind of already have right now. I don't need the money from a degree. I don't need to get a job. I have that kind of handled. I've already gotten a job without having a degree in the tech space for a large tech company. I've been offered a return position, all that kind of stuff. And any value that I can really attach to a degree, it's becoming difficult to say that the degree is what provides that, right? Because I'm able to kind of find that without having the degree. So I end up making the decision to drop out. Again, it is a tough one. It's a wasted 2.5 years and $25,000, but at the same time, I can always go back and complete the degree if I want to. And that's kind of what really pushed me to make the decision, is that if I ever really do need this, I can go back and complete it. Yeah, it's going to suck. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to redo some courses, but in a world where I do need this, I can go back and complete it. So anyways, at that point, I do decide to drop out. And just to continue here with the next year and a half and kind of give you the rest of the story here up until present day, at this point in time, the pandemic's like full-fledged. I've actually moved out of my university house, which I'm still paying a lease on, unfortunately, at that point in time, into my parents' house. I set up my office in my parents' basement, as I'm sure many of you have seen, kind of that wood L-desk setup. And I continue kind of working out of my parents' basement for a fair amount of time. I work on all these projects. And at this point, what I actually start doing is saving up to invest in a house. So what I really wanted to do was actually move into my own place. I've been saving money for a very long time. I didn't really spend any money at all for the first 2.5-ish years when I was doing the YouTube channel, other than on like equipment and like reinvesting back into the business. So at that point, I had a fair amount of cash and I wanted to buy a house. So I ended up doing that in 2021, January 2021. That's where I am currently, where I have this nice office setup, and I continue working at Algo Expert, finishing the Algo Expert contract. We work on Programming Expert, as you guys know, best course to learn how to code. Check it out from the link in the description. And I continue scaling up the YouTube channel, and now we're almost at 1 million subscribers. So needless to say here, I definitely do not regret this decision. And one more point I kind of forgot to mention here was that I do not regret going into computer science for 2.5 years. Even though I've said it's kind of, wasted time, I did learn a lot. I made some good connections. I made a bunch of friends, and it did enable me to, teach a bunch more stuff on my YouTube channel. And there was a ton of benefits from doing the degree, even though I didn't complete it. So I still got a lot of value out of that. I'm not complaining about doing that or kind of regretting the initial decision to go to university. Things just kind of changed, halfway through, and I had to adjust and make a decision not based on kind of the sunk cost and the time I had already spent. And again, that was the major factor. It was only a year and a half. I could complete this. It provides some benefit, but the time cost just wasn't worth it to me, and hence why I decided to drop out. Obviously, I'm doing just fine now. And yeah, I wanted to share that video with you guys. Now, I don't know if this was kind of all over the place or not. It is difficult to recite all of these events, especially a year and a half later, but I thought this was an interesting story. I'm sure this probably did not really help you make a decision on if you want to drop out or not. My situation was extremely unique, but I just wanted to get on here and kind of give you guys an update on what's going on. And I also, at this point, want to thank all of you for subscribing to this channel and making what I just described a reality, right? If there wasn't you guys watching these videos, commenting, liking, subscribing, I would not be in the position I was in today. And I've said this many times, but I never dreamed or even imagined that I would be sitting here today talking into a camera to hundreds of thousands of people, even millions of people sometimes, on a YouTube channel and making my living from that. It's really unbelievable. It's, I feel super fortunate to be able to do it. And thank you to all of you guys. So with that said, I am going to wrap up the video here. If you guys like these type of kind of talking head style videos, more just, stories, I guess, generally, that's kind of what this was. It was really a story. Then let me know in the comments down below, because they are pretty easy to film and I wouldn't mind posting some more on the channel. If you like the video, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.